This is a Cascade Smoker competitor model. We're going to show you how to start the fire here. Take a look. I've got some charcoal in the basket here. A little bit of wood chunks spread out. Kind of small in the wood chunks, about this size. Only went through halfway through the maze here because I'm just doing a little burn in here. If you can see, the charcoal basket's only about halfway full. I got 20 pounds in there. This will easily hold 40 pounds. So anyhow, we're going to take some charcoal. If you take a look, we've got the air valves on the right hand side. And the way I like to start the fire anyhow is I'm going to pull some charcoal out of this area right here and load it up in a chimney and light it. And that way the fire will work its way back towards the air. It's the way I like to do it. You know, other people do it other ways. Do it any way you want. I'm just kind of showing you the way I like to do it. Okay, so here we go. We're going to make sure this valve is wide open. Chimney cap, we're open on the damper up there. Take this bit of coals. Let's pour it in there. We'll shut this up. And we'll go for about 250 today, so we'll shut that valve down at about 200 degrees. We'll shut it halfway when we're about 50 degrees from our target temperature. And we'll take it from there. So we'll come back up here when it's 200 and we'll shut it down. Looks like we're in at about 75 degrees right now, so anyhow, we'll be back once we get to 200. We'll shut that valve down halfway, and once we get to about 225, we'll shut it another quarter. So we're open about a quarter, and it should rest right in there at about 250. Okay, so here we are. We're about 20-25 minutes into it, and looks like we're at about 200. We're going to shoot for about 250. We'll come on over here and shut this valve down about halfway. We'll let that ride now till we get to about 225. And once we're at 225, we'll shut it down about another quarter. So it'll be about a quarter open, and we should come really close to 250. Anyhow, we'll be back now when it gets to 225, and we'll set it up. Okay, we're about 30-35 minutes into it now, and we're pretty close to 225. So we're going to go over here to this valve now and shut it. About, not there, about quarter open. And it should come into rest, you know, but really close to 250. If not at 250, it'll be really close. You know, it might be 249, might be 251, 252, but you'll be real close. Again, this is a competitor model. Got 6 racks in there, slide out grease tray. It's a pretty nice unit. Those racks are 22 inches wide, 23 inches deep. Anyhow, just to show you how well these things are insulated, we're at 250 now. I'll shoot a temperature of the side, 92 degrees. We'll go to the back, 83 degrees. We'll go over to this side, 93 degrees. So yeah, it's insulated pretty well, as you can see. Pretty nice smoke coming out of there, not too dark. So that's about it, you know, as far as getting these started. Everybody's got their own way, though. That's just the way I do it. Kind of gives you a good starting point, and you might figure something better out. Of course, there's other ways to speed it along. You can crack the fire door open a little bit. Of course, you can take a weed burner and preheat the chamber a little bit. And I mean, I've got these things up to temp in as little as 20 minutes, simply by using a weed burner. But it's good to start out, you know, just letting it go slow. And then once you've got that part mastered, then start figuring out ways to speed it up a little bit. Yeah, so here we are. Looks like we settled right in at about 249. It's been riding here for quite a while. Again, you want to crank it up a little bit. Just simply come over and open up the valve a little bit. Turn it down, close the valve a little bit. But as you can see, these things are pretty easy to operate. It's not rocket science, so once you get them figured out, it's pretty easy. That's it. So hopefully you get this all figured out and everything goes good for you. Okay, for those of you who want to know, just in case, you probably want to know what the doors are. Anyways, we're at 250 here. I'll shoot the cook chamber door, 93 degrees. The fire door, 98 degrees. About body temp. So there you go. These things are really insulated well, and can you're not going to get yourself all burnt up on these things.